Hey everyone, Wanderbot here, and welcome to Snakecremental, which, as far as I can tell, is Nodebuster crossed with Snake, which, sure, why not? I'd be a huge hypocrite if, I actually took it, I don't want to say, like, made any objections to incremental games crossed with, you know, classic arcade games, because, frankly, I kind of love it. It's one of those where, like, I don't play a whole lot of incremental games. Oh, 10, cool. I don't know what the arbitrary limitation there was. Increase red value. Increase color based on final score. Well, we don't have enough for anything more anyway. My initial reaction to this game was originally like, yeah, sure, why not? Like, something kind of goofy about the idea of every single new incremental game just being a, like, weird combination of classic arcade game plus incremental game mechanics. But like on the flip side, I don't know, it's kind of cool. I never really played much for Snake. I played like a little bit of it back when I played not Newegg. Let's level that. Let's see. Increase red value based on length. Color based on final score. It's fine. The only time I ever played Snake when I was younger was specifically when I was playing Neopets, because Neopets, let's see, Neopets had like a mini game where you'd play Snake and you were like one of the hamster looking creatures running around grabbing, I think it was eggs, and you could get a lot of currency by playing that game. Specifically, we had an old computer that couldn't run web games that well, and so the whole game played in like extreme slow motion. Almost to the point where it was kind of turn-based after a certain point, which made it extremely easy to get very high scores. And my friends were jealous of my extremely bad computer and my ability to play slow-mo Snake. And that was the only time I really ever played Snake. And so this, by the end of this video, will probably be the most I've ever played Snake. Oops. It's okay. Let's see. Spawn a second red simultaneously. Increase health. Health is probably how long I can go for. Probably. But I don't know. It's interesting. I'm trying to think of other like classic incremental games I'd love to see revived. And frankly, not that Motherload is necessarily what I'd fully say like more red value, increase health, increase color gain based on final score. I'm gonna pick that up just because I'm curious, and we'll go from there. But I never got into Motherload when it was a Flash game, and I still need to go back and play Super Motherload, but I have no idea if Super Motherload actually, like, I don't want to say carries the torch of, like, the original Motherload game. But I love digging and mining. Oops. Okay, so it does give me a multiplier. That's good. Oops, didn't mean to do that, but whatever. I will keep going. I love digging and mining games. Anything that is, like, some amount of exploration, resource acquisition, and then figuring out the logistics of coming back. And, like, bringing all the resources back to whatever your base is. For me, I think that sort of thing has, like, a very real appeal to... Let's see, what is this? Further increase red value, but that's expensive. Let's see, increase health. Increase red score. Like, maybe I should save up for that one? I don't know. And sure, I'll get a little bit of health. Pretty sure health is how long I can go before, like how many of these I can eat before we run out of juice. There we go. Unfortunately, I'm not the best at Snake. I think I'm reserving all of my reflexes for, oh, you can actually see how many levels I've put into each of these. Yeah, sure, we'll pick it up. I'm reserving most of my reflexes for Clair Obscure at the moment, and so any other game that involves even any level of like reflexes or timing, I'm just like, nope, I am just here to do a thing. It's really interesting. Playing last couple of incremental games, like the ones that haven't actually released yet, that there's this very real, I don't want to say sense of like genealogy, as odd as that might immediately sound, where it is so clear that this is inspired by Nodebuster. And I kind of love that. I love that element of like, here's this game that people liked, did well, and here's a bunch of small iterations from people that wanted to kind of learn from and develop that same formula further. And like seeing that carry through is cool. Let's see, so I can increase my health. I think I'm just gonna do score, because I think that gives me a bigger multiplier. But I will see. I think it does still carry that critical weakness of, I want to have more things to invest into than I actually have currency for, so that I have more things to just kind of build around. You know, playing Lumberjacks is a good example of that, where you kind of cap out early and then you just don't have much else to invest into. And it's one of those where it's like, I kind of want to have more things that I can push towards. Okay. Do we just max this one out? I think I will. Because I'm looking for, ideally, new things to invest. New traits to invest in. Abilities to grab. Possibly new colors to collect. I actually really like the presence of the second red. Makes it so if there's one that's further away, I can just be like, nah, I don't need that. There we go. You know, that's going to be a complicated thing for me to try and grab, so it's not worth my time or effort. Also, weirdly enough, is a cute snake. Okay. So I could keep going for length value. Oof. What's my next upgrade? I have no idea. And I'm also really curious about just how do you turn Snake into a fully fleshed out incremental game? And obviously having more dots and letting you go for longer is kind of basic so far, but I'm curious if it's going to start messing with like alternate build options or means of collecting fruit or managing your length or stuff like that. Or is this just going to be slowly getting you to the point where you're just playing regular Snake? I think that's maybe kind of it. Is that so far this is, oh, actually we got a we got one of the blues, so we can grab that. So we can unlock blue, but that requires a ton. Further increases red value. Sure. Worth it. Okay, so we're up to tier 2 now. So things are worth even more? Okay, so what is the point of... Oh, the price is going up. We've lightly prestige. The thing is, oh, I guess if it considers speed? Could be a speed thing. I don't feel like it's going any faster. But yeah, so far it feels like most of the incremental... Oops. Most of the incremental upgrades are... Okay, here we go. Increased starting length. Snake can now pass through the sides of the grid. Ooh, okay, that's fun. Yeah, so far most of the upgrades are just about letting you play Snake longer, rather than increasing your ability to Snake. Easy example I'd kind of come up with is like, Nova Drift is ostensibly a game about... Let's max that out. What is this? Unlock criticals. Increase critical multiplier and give myself a little bit of health too. Cool. I see. Grab those. I wonder if criticals increase the base value. No, it does not. I think it did get faster than now that we're on this tier, but I can work with that. What was I going to say? But yeah, normally with Snake, you just go until you run out of space or you bonk into the wall yourself. And so the first couple upgrades were just like, well, you could just play Snake longer. But at that point, I just might as well play Snake. Let's just keep increasing value. I know we could have unlocked blue there, and that might have actually been a good idea. But doesn't matter too much. But yeah, now that we're unlocking alternate currencies and some weird features like being able to wrap across the screen, that actually is quite nice. There we go. That's some currency. Now let's unlock blue. Let's start getting access to things. So armor, base value, increase blue score. So I think I'm always going to go for the red crits if I can. Seems like blue hurts me more. Crit chance, bit of health. Collected reds have a chance to heal. Ooh, further increases health. Okay, let's go back to collecting red for the moment. There's still a number of red upgrades that I want to be able to afford here. Namely making it so that reds heal me. Actually sounds like that could be extremely good. Let's see. No, let's keep boosting the base value of reds. I'm also noticing some of the blue stars have different size levels. It feels like the red dots are much larger. I mean, they have more pixels for sure. Okay. Increase blue value. Increase crit chance a couple of times. Let's see. Increase starting length. I should probably save up for mirror grid though. Not having to worry about wrapping is going to be huge. That and I guess some level of well, definitely the healing. Getting that actually would be quite nice. Okay. It was this one. Collected reds have a chance to heal. Increase heal amount, increase heal chance. Still good. Starting length. Increase snake speed. That's terrifying. I don't think I have much of a desire to go faster right now. Maybe if there's an upgrade that increases my currency based on speed as well. Oh boy. Let's see. I think I'm gonna grab mirror grid for now. Interesting. 10? But there's a... Oh. Is that 10,000? It probably is. Just for quick notation. Okay. Yeah, we might also want to invest into crit chance. Because I haven't seen a blue that's critting so far. But that isn't to say it is impossible. But then also crits are just extremely valuable. Yep. Oh, I can wrap. That's so good. There we go. I kind of wish the health was, well, I don't know. There we go. Well, that's a hell of a lot. Let's go heal chance and value. Anything else I can buy? No. And yeah, I can start collecting blue a little bit. Hey, and there's a crit. I knew blues would crit. They just don't crit often. See, now that I can rap, I'm just going to be doing it because it feels good. Okay, let's keep increasing blue value. Ooh, what do we have? Criticals affect score. Further increases crit chance. Increase crit multiplier. Critical reds heal twice as much. Further increase critical multiplier. Sick. Okay, I'll take this. I think this is actually a really clever combination of mechanics and ideas. Once again, getting me to play an arcade game that I normally never would. Because yeah, I don't have much immediate compunction to play Snake. This is not my kind of game, normally. But here, I'll play it. Okay, need 30,000 for the next one. Oof. Okay, increase blue score, increase armor. Blue score. I don't necessarily know what that's going to get me, but that's fine. Alright. Scoot. I'm not going to be able to wrap around there. And maybe I should start collecting some blues in larger quantities. Because there's a lot of things that we do need from blue. I think the main thing is red gets me like healing and stuff. And so if I can max that out, it's probably going to be more valuable long term. Okay, 37. Increase healing chance? Yeah. Further increase health? That's just how long I can go for. I guess a little bit of armor isn't a terrible idea. There we go. I'll probably have to listen to my own music fairly soon. Because I like the song they've picked for this, but it is putting me into too zen of a state. Like I'm very quickly hitting ASMR bot levels. And that's maybe not great. I mean, I'm sure some of you like it. My main problem is ASMR bot works on me. And that's not great. Because I cannot be falling asleep while I'm recording. That's bad. I mean, it's not really bad. Who cares? But, you know, I got other things to do today. I was gonna go play board games. Maybe finally bust out my Warhammer set so I can actually start assembling them. Stuff like that. And can't do that if I'm sleepy. Been kind of my problem this week is like, oh yeah, I'm finally gonna like play those board games and like assemble the Warhammer bits, and then just oops, other things are getting in the way. Grandma needs gardening help. Time to go buy, you know, stuff so I can go mining. Okay, increase blue value based on collected red. Expensive, probably worth it. Let's see, and then also further increase blue value. Whoa, that's expensive though. I think it's because this one's going to be insane. And spawn a second blue. So this thing is what I'm looking for. The cyan resource only happens by going up a tier. And we only get one of those. The only immediate problem is there's not a whole lot of things that take that resource, which is a very mild complaint. I really need to actually make some incremental games of my own at some point, just so I can be like, ah, see, this is how you do it. For now, I'm just going to armchair criticize slightly. Wow. Holy smokes, that was a lot of blue, though. Okay, never mind. Getting blue is easy. I just need to keep pushing it. Let's see. What was I going to talk about a little bit? It's mostly just I wish there were more things I could spend cyan on. This is another blue. A second blue would be nice. But it'd be kind of cool if I could like limit break one of my pre-existing talents. I think that's one of the big ones for me is constantly is the idea of like, I really wish I could push this like 1 or 2 more levels higher. And I don't care if it costs me like an expensive resource. Ooh, I should have gone for one of those crit things, but it's fine. I guess part of it is the crits give me crazy value compared to non-crits. And so I mean, inevitably I'm just going to get sucked into going for as many crits as I possibly can. I'd like to go for more red healing if we get the chance, because that might actually let me sustain myself for longer. Like if I could actually use red to sustain the run longer. Okay, let's go for red and blue. A little bit of blue score. I think that's all I've got. Okay, so that means that blue value goes up based on the number of, reds that I've collected. I keep avoiding the walls, which I don't really need to do. But that's okay. Yeah, so we don't even need blue to crit at this point to get banger value out of it. Yeah, I just need more red. That's going to be the end of it, but that's okay. Tons of resources to spend on things. Critical reds heal twice as much. Sure. Boost my crit chance a bit. I think a lot of these are getting maxed out, but that's okay. So we want to collect as many reds as we can before we move on to collecting blues, you know? But I should actually collect blues at some point. Oh, interesting. If I pick up one of the big stars, it gives me 2 blues to collect. I don't think that's an upgrade. I think that must just be a natural feature. Ah, there's one more crit. It's fine. That's 1,000 blue. Criticals effect score? Yeah. I'd like to pick up that crit blue, but I think I want to wait. Yeah, so if one of the big blues is critting, it'll spawn, I think, 2 more blues that are also critting. Boy, that extra armor is also making a difference. I think things get more damaging as we go along. Oops. I should have turned. But hey, max score. So now we get another one of these. I'll spawn another blue. Unlocking green is going to take some doing. Not as much as you'd think. Okay, anything else to buy? I might invest into speed at some point. I really don't want to go that much faster. I just want to see what it unlocks. There we go. Get that couple of crits. Oh, and we're in T3, so I should keep that in mind. that the higher tier is going to be more damaging. Okay, stay with from the crit. There we go. Yeah. Yeah, we were taking way more damage here than we would in the previous biome. Biome tier. We're just going to keep collecting blue. Because we need so much of it for so many reasons. Ooh, what is this one? Unlock skins. I'm going to be shedding? Sorry. Increase color based on final score. So saving up the 5,000 might not be a bad idea. I'll go for the speed. It'd be nice if I could tone it back down again if I do feel like I'm going too fast. But it does feel nice to go a little faster here. Okay. Yeah, the problem is that expanded speed really is making it just a little harder. 50k on that. Ouch. Increase heal chance, max health, tempting. I think we want to save up the blue, though. Yeah, I think this would also have been, oh, I don't know. It would be nice if I could actually reduce my speed levels. This just a little much. And the sad part is it's only a 5% boost, but it feels like more. Damn. I'm getting 10,000 red per crit. That's some value there. Okay, I'd like to increase the heals, but I think we're just going to go for value. Increase all score by a lot. Worth it. Turns out actually, that's still kind of expensive, but it is reachable. Okay, heal amount's good. We're doing great. I can't believe I've only been playing this for half an hour. Like, oddly enough, this is one of those games that really does make time slow down a little bit. There's some games where I'll look at the clock and it's like, you've been playing for 2 hours. And it's like, oh shit. But this is one where I look at the clock and I'm like, yeah, that feels like an episode. Nope, I'm halfway done. It's not that I really spend too much time as a creator looking at the clock when it comes to like the videos that I'm recording. Because if I'm doing that, I probably should not be covering or promoting a game that makes me feel that level of boredom. Damn, that's a lot of red. Okay, 40% heal chance. That's pretty good. And so yeah, I try and stay away from anything that gets me to the point where I'm like truly zonked out and like not engaging with the game in the slightest. Every once in a while it happens, but it's usually something that I feel like I'm compelled to record it for some reason. It's rare. I'm trying to think of a good example. Every once in a while, like, record a video as a favor to like a developer I've worked with in the past that I like. Cut myself off just a bit early. It's fine. Increase all score by 10% though. Let's do skin. What? Dash. Increase blue value by 50%. Oh, but I don't have enough. be dotted for now. Effects of all unlocked skins are always active. Yo! Fine, I'll pick that one up. Go faster. Let's see. You know what? Oh, shop? Oh, I see. That's shop. I'm gonna try something. Easy mode. Snake only moves when a button is pressed. I don't think we need that. Okay, I actually love this. So there's a couple of accessibility mode options. I love the fact that there is an easy mode. But even just having the grid, it actually looks quite nice. I thought it was going to be kind of ugly grid lines. And the fact that this is... the fact that this is these kind of really pleasant diamonds works extremely well. Okay, increase heal amount? Sure. Ooh. Further increase heal amount. How much? That's very expensive. We keep working on that crit chance, I think. Though I should save up the 20k so we can get the increased blue value from it. But yeah, turning on the grid makes it just so much easier to figure out, like, is it my time to turn or not? So the speed isn't as much of a problem. I think my consistent issue with speed in this is very much just lining up my, lining up everything. And so if I kind of know which grid line I'm on, I don't have to worry about lining up nearly as much. It's nice. Okay. You know, actually that 1,000 red, not hard to get after all. Okay, that's maxed out. A lot of these are getting there. We could unlock green. Let's do it. We need that for a couple of things anyway. Okay. Well, I need an amount of blue. I think I'm gonna try and go for as much green as I can get, especially crit green. I'm gonna go the other way just in case this ends up eating all my stamina. Yep, thought it would. That's 400 green right off the bat. Oh, but it probably already knows that I'm gonna be getting a bunch of it, so it's kind of limiting me. Rude. What is this one? Unlock the green bar. What? We also have rainbow. What? Okay. Yeah. Crit reds. And reds in general heal me a ton. Let's just do another. I was hoping to boost that healing chance, but I guess there is the possibility. I don't know, maybe it isn't a problem. I was gonna say maybe there's the possibility of me going for like an infinite duration, grabbing stuff and just healing up to full using reds. But maybe that's like completely okay. Who cares if I can go forever? The game's naturally going to stop me and ooh, that was close. The game is naturally going to stop me and say, like, actually, you were too chunk for this. Your snake needs to slow down. Ah, I almost got the crit blue. But that's okay. Let's see what I can buy. Get dashed. There's also the green value, but that's pricey. I should probably get the green bar. I'm super close, too. Okay. Why is this, like, super freaking zen? I mean, I know exactly why it is. It's just... I'm not used to arcade incrementals being zen. To the core was kind of wild. It was zen in its own way, but it definitely wasn't like the most chill. Green bar, increase the green bar multiplier. Maybe. Oh, green bar. Oh, that's what the green bar is. That's fun. So the green bar is just a score booster. Okay. Let's see, spawn more mini blues. I wonder if the mini blues are more valuable? Okay. Sorry, if they're less damaging. Continue increasing color gain based on final score. It's fine. Unfortunately, a lot of these are outside of my reach financially. That's okay. Keep grabbing those. I wish grabbing more greens would reset it. But on the flip side, I guess gets me a bunch. Increase the multiplier to ×3 or base value. Do ×3. Collected greens increase bar multiplier. I see. Yeah, I was hoping it would just increase uptime more than anything else. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna keep just investing in picking up more green if I can. Okay, there we go. Kind of. Yeah, the multiplier does not last long. But that's okay. Let's see, so what can I buy? Keep increasing the base. Probably the score. I had enough for this. That's cripes. That's expensive. Guess let's get some more minis. What else are we looking at? Not too much. Unfortunately, most of the red upgrades that I want to buy at this point are extremely expensive. And most of the other things are like blues and whatnot. And that's going to take a little bit of doing. Not too much. Okay, so where are we at? I don't think we have much to buy. Unfortunately, this does fall into a kind of, I'm going to say it's a familiar pitfall that a lot of incremental games kind of run into. Not a huge one. It mostly is just the, oh gosh, that's expensive. Probably worth it, but expensive. Where after a certain point, once you've maxed out a bunch of stuff, things start to get kind of real doldrummy real fast. Snake speed, unlike the snake's tongue, costs 5,000 green though, but hey, it's something. But yeah, things just start to slow down dramatically, mostly boiling down to the fact that there just aren't enough upgrades to like really invest into. And I think that's fine. I don't think it's really that big of a deal. There we go. Lost the multiplier right at the end, but that's okay. I'm just gonna focus on greens. If I can. Because we need just oodles of green to turn right back around. I say as I do not pursue green in the slightest on this round. It's fine. But yeah, the kind of long doldrum period, it always is a little rough. I think it mostly boils down to the fact that the actual runs are kind of short in this game. Missed it, and it's fine. And so to like really get myself going here, I have to do probably just oodles of green and nothing more. If red healed me sufficiently, I think pursuing that wouldn't be a bad idea. but right now I just need nothing but green. At least this will give me a little bit of health. I think the big one is actually armor. Ooh, actually, we've picked up a hell of a lot of green. Hold up. It's only 40. Yeah, going for the armor might not be a bad idea, but... I think we want to just snag a handful of this stuff. Pricey. Yeah, the reason why we need that armor upgrade is so that I can actually get, so I can stay here longer. I guess let's put a point into it. Because, yeah, we want to get double green, then a couple of, well, I mean, frankly, I think I'm just going to focus on green. Almost every upgrade that I want to invest into is just green-based at the moment. Eh. Oh, so I can actually just press X to repeat the run. I don't have to even press anything. Maybe. Or is it just defaulting? No. Okay, so pressing A brings me to the shop. Pressing X brings me back to the back to certain rounds. So yeah, I don't mind cycling a couple of these while we're just hanging. It seems like the red is actually healing me a substantial portion. I think part of it is because we're getting a lot of red crits. Okay. And took myself out, but it's fine. Let's see what I can buy with this, because I'm pretty sure I can increase my heal amount by a lot. Let's see. I could actually increase my crit chance. That's expensive and it's going to take a while. We want to get the tongue. Collecting with the tongue does less damage. Interesting. Green barb multiplier is extremely good. Increased blue value. Oh. Actually got 2 of those. Cool. I don't quite know how the tongue works. Because it seems like the tongue just collects everything. Oh, I see. The tongue has to have sufficient runway, odd as that might sound. That if I turn too aggressively into something, I can't lick it. That's really cool. Like, this is kind of a silly thing to say, but it's one of those where, like, I've never seen Snake done in an interesting manner. Snake has always been one of those kind of, like, I don't want to say, like, doofy arcade games, but one of those arcade games that never really had, like, a good modernization. And to have one that actually takes it to this extent is kind of impressive. Now we want to further increase green value for a moment. Put a couple points into that. What else do we have? That this game actually makes Snake interesting, and that's actually impressive. Ooh, further increases heal chance. Yes. Oh, it's expensive though, but it's fine. Because if I can get it so that reds heal me almost entirely. That is a massive change. Okay, and we're getting way more greens now, which is good. Yeah, so I just have to take my turns just slightly slower to get what I need. Okay. How much? Oh, God. That is so much red, though. And what else can I afford? 200,000 for that one. That's tough. Increases green bar duration by a bit. It's tempting. 100,000 on that one. I guess I should probably also snag the increased green value by 50%. Oops. Gotta watch out for that. But I suppose it doesn't matter too much. Okay. Snag a couple of those. Yeah, I'd like to collect more green, but I'm not going to go way out of my way for it. Because it's probably good to just get a little bit of everything here. Okay, right, that's what I was going to do. Options. None of this. It's this. You are the culprit. This is the reason why I'm zonking out here. There we go. That's better. Oh, that's so much better. Okay. Yeah, part of my problem is the the music was just absolutely way too chill for me right now. And like it works. I think it's great music for like chill incremental times. But it is dangerous if you're trying to actually focus. Collected blues increase armor. Ooh. That's fun. I'm now wireframe. Yeah, so we're getting to the point where we can infinite snake. Because the reds will heal me. The blues protect me. So all I have to do is just kind of sustain myself a little bit here. There we go. Oh, there's max score. So that unlocks another tier. Let's see. Increase blue value a couple of times, because I know for a fact that's worth it. Collected greens increase bar multiplier. Sure. Spawn a second green. Critical greens charge the bar twice as much. That's good stuff. Snag more healing chance and some other things. Got toast, but my multiplier was beefy. Oh, because we're on the next tier. That's what's going on here. I was wondering why I'm dying super fast. Of course. That's why. It's because everything does so much more damage here. Yeah, the main hope is to eventually get it so that we're getting so much healing from red. Oof. Yeah, so much healing from red that it's able to spawn more mini blues. Interesting. That picking up red doesn't harm me in the slightest. That it's only a positive interaction. Unfortunately, not at that stage yet. It doesn't heal me enough, but that's okay. Boy, that's a lot of juice, though. Yeah, some part of me was like, do I go back down a tier? And the answer is no, you ninny. You absolutely do not want to do that under any circumstances. Okay. Toast, but we get a bunch of stuff. Okay, keep increasing green value. Spawn more mini blues? Sure. Triple big blue value. Yaw. Okay, so we should probably save up for the tongue damage resistance at some point. It's weird to think of tongue damage resistance on a conceptual level. Let's just do a couple of runs. There we go. Yeah, every once in a while we get a blue that's worth just gobs. Holy shit, actually, that was a ton. Blue has decided to pop off big. And I am not about to argue with that. Okay, right. Go for the blue armor scaling. I do appreciate the monetary scaling in this game. It does a very good job of really escalating. It still doesn't feel like I'm able to buy too much. Let's see. Yeah, didn't survive quite long enough. But yeah, wow, that was actually a bunch of both. Let's see, do we want to snag that? That's 100,000. Not bad. RGB is going to be expensive. I think we go armor for now. Because I want to cut that initial damage down as hard as I can. Let's get our crit chance up too. Might actually be worth just sinking our points into that one as well. Missed. It's okay, I'm not on the clock until the booster is actually going. Yeah. Should be enough. I could go for the crit multiplier, but we want the crit chance to be maxed. Anything fun over in the blue zone? Not as much. These are progressively more expensive. I really like the tongue. As silly as that sounds... Oops. As silly as it sounds, the tongue is kind of a really interesting way of handling collection. Oops. Handling collection without... I mean, it just gives you extra range is the answer. And that's a really interesting choice. Okay. I can almost keep myself going. Until I, you know, wrap, and then it's a problem. However, look at the amount of money I just made. Behold it. Let's see. I don't think we don't have enough on either of those. I guess I'll increase my blue value a couple of times. What's that one? Increase all color value. Pricey as hell, but worth it. Green bar effect score. That's nutty good. Okay, what else? We have that. Anything? At least big ups. This has a lot of parallel things that I can be investing into, and I'm not generating enough currency that I'm maxing them out. One frequent issue I run into with a number of incremental games is that that's a good value. Is that you'll be kind of in this weird grind loop where you need exactly like one or two upgrades simultaneously. And they're leagues more expensive than any, or no, sorry. You've maxed everything else out, but these 1 or 2 upgrades that you're missing are extremely expensive, and you're not able to progress until you've accrued enough resources to buy, you know, these 1 or 2 things. And so you just kind of end up in this, like, odd stuck spot where you're grinding endlessly for a smidge of currency. Barely worth mentioning, barely worth even thinking about. I think I've actually got enough armor that at this point I'm good. Yep, we've gone pseudo-infinite here. Until my snaky butt runs into itself, at which point I die. Which, like, I am getting extremely long here. So this is going to be a problem. At least I gave myself an escape route. There is some, like, extremely skilled Snake player out there who's watching this video and just has, like, childish wonder written on their face. Oops, there we go. Because this is just Snake, but Uber. Alright, let's take a look. What can I buy? We gotta be able to get something good. Oh, it's halfway there. Buy the next one. Green bar duration is good. Probably should have gone for tongue, but it's fine. Further increases heal chance. Yes. Yeah, see, now we're getting to the point where we can actually play Snake. You know, up until now, we've been working really hard at getting to the point where I can just play a regular game of Snake, where you don't have to worry about, running out of time limits or health or anything like that. Let's see. And at this point, we've finally made it to that stage in the game. Where I can just keep collecting as much as I want. My only immediate fear is running over my own tail. And it's okay. Because if we run out of space, so be it. Because we have upgrades to go buy. We're actually getting pretty close to maxing out our score again. Okay, further increasing armor. We don't need that too much. Increase all color value by 10 is good. Let's get the tongue, though. Ah, damn. Increasing color gain based on final score is good stuff. Want to get more of that, but kind of we don't need it. At this point, the thing we're looking for is pure value and nothing more. Okay. Well, I think one way or another, this is kind of vaguely a good stopping point for me. There's so much more that I could do, probably, but I guess it's weird. It's like we're finally getting to the point where it's popping off and I'm considering stopping, but I also think it's a good stopping point. Like, weirdly, this game is about earning the right to play Snake with a couple of fun bells and whistles, like tongues and multiple things to collect rather than just one apple. I think it's an apple, right? One apple at a time. And so, as somebody who's never played Snake before, this is kind of an interesting joy. Oh, the tongue extends off screen too. That's fun. Just because, yeah, I've never had a reason to play Snake. I've played some games that are kind of Snake adjacent, as, yeah, green bar now affects score. That's probably gonna be huge. Most of these are too expensive. But yeah, just didn't have a reason to play it, and so it's kind of fun to be given an opportunity to do so. And actually have it kind of fit my interest. You know, the incremental upgrades give me a reason to keep playing more than just a couple of rounds. Because I think normally with Snake, back when I used to play it, it was like, yeah, it's fun going for like an extremely long tail, but having that extra reward mechanism, for me and my dumb monkey brain, instantly holds my attention so much more than just the pure score based motivation level. And I would not have survived the 80s, probably. I mean, I would have. There's so many other good games out there, so that, like, you know, it doesn't... I don't need upgrades to care. And hell, I would have just probably played a bunch of Dungeons and Dragons. That's the easy answer. Because it's what I did in the 90s, and it was fun. And, I mean, there's so many other video games to play at the time, too. But, I guess with all of that said, I might as well mention that Snakecremental, we get the thing. Let's see, do I want to give a second? Yep. And then another yellow. Oh god, it's expensive. Yeah, Snakecremental is available on Steam now, so if you want to pick it up and play it yourselves, it's pretty cheap. It's $3-5 somewhere in there, and genuinely worth picking up if you are a fan of incremental games. Or a fan of Snake. I don't know how many, like, Snake fans there are nowadays, but I have to imagine that some people still like it and remember it. And oh gosh, I get cooked super fast on this difficulty level. It is what it is. But for now, at least, if you like this video in any way, shape, or form, leave me a like. It helps more than you know. And if you want to see more rad new games every single day, then hit subscribe, because I got tons to check out and show off. But for now, thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you next time.